The old schoolhouse stood at the end of Whispering Pines Lane. A long, winding driveway led to the front steps. The iron gates were always locked. The windows were dark, like empty eyes. Locals told stories about the school. They whispered about strange noises and cold spots. Some claimed to see lights flickering in the windows at night. No one dared to go near the building after dark. The school had been abandoned for years. It was once a place of learning and laughter. Now it was shrouded in mystery and fear. Some say the school was haunted. The old schoolhouse seemed to hold its breath. It was waiting for something or someone. One day, a group of kids decided to explore the abandoned school. They were drawn to the mystery. They wanted to see for themselves if the legends were true. They crept through the overgrown yard and peered into the dusty windows. Inside, the air was thick with the smell of decay. Cobwebs hung from the ceiling. Dust covered everything. As they walked down the hallway, they heard a whisper. Their blood ran cold. They turned quickly, but no one was there. They decided to leave. As they were walking away, they heard it again. A soft, mournful sigh seemed to come from the very walls themselves. They ran out of the school and didn't stop running until they reached the safety of the streetlights. The children couldn't shake the feeling that they were being watched. They had heard the whispers. They knew that something was wrong at the old schoolhouse. The legend of the haunted school began many years ago. It was said to be haunted by the ghost of a teacher, Miss Eleanor Wright. Miss Wright was a kind and caring teacher. She loved her students dearly. One stormy night, Miss Wright stayed late at school. She was preparing her classroom for the next day. As she was leaving, a bolt of lightning struck the school. The building caught fire. Miss Wright was trapped inside. She died in the fire. The townspeople were devastated. They mourned the loss of their beloved teacher. Some say that Miss Wright's spirit never left the school. They say she continues to roam the halls, looking for her students. They say she is trapped, unable to move on. Section 4. The Principal's Office. A few weeks later, a local newspaper reporter decided to investigate the stories of the haunted school. He had heard the rumors, but he didn't believe them. He thought there must be a logical explanation. He went to the school at night. He wanted to see for himself if there was any truth to the legends. He walked slowly through the empty classrooms. He felt a cold shiver run down his spine. He reached the principal's office. He placed his hand on the doorknob. It was ice cold. He slowly opened the door. The room was dark and dusty, but there on the floor was a small white object. He picked it up. It was a handkerchief. It had the initials EW embroidered on it. The reporter's heart skipped a beat. Could this be Miss Wright's handkerchief? He didn't know, but he knew one thing. He needed to get out of that school. The reporter's story sent shockwaves through the town. People were scared. They wanted answers. They wanted to know if Miss Wright's spirit was really haunting the school. A group of paranormal investigators arrived in town. They had heard the stories. They wanted to help. They set up their equipment in the school. They hoped to capture evidence of Miss Wright's ghost. They spent several nights in the school. They heard strange noises. They felt cold spots. They even saw a shadowy figure moving in the hallway, but they couldn't get any clear evidence. The paranormal investigators left the school. They were baffled. They had never encountered anything like it before. They couldn't explain what they had experienced. The old schoolhouse on Whispering Pines Lane still stands. It is a constant reminder of the tragedy that occurred there. Some say that Miss Wright's spirit is still trapped inside. They say that she is waiting for someone to help her find peace. No one knows for sure what really happened at the school, but one thing is certain: the mystery of the haunted schoolhouse remains unsolved, and the legend of Miss Eleanor Wright continues to haunt the town. The old schoolhouse is a place of sadness and mystery. It is a place where the past and present collide. It is a place where the veil between the living and the dead seems thin. And it is a place that will forever be shrouded in an unsettling feeling of dread.